What's up, guys? I'm back. Since my welcome to YouTube was so warm and friendly, I'm gonna post this video so that all of you know I don't I don't have regionals, or there are no regional tournaments here. We don't have, where I live, we don't have locals. We don't have access to things like that because we're just that small of a town. I don't get to test my decks against the super popular builds of all these decks, like artifacts, hand artifact, trap tricks. None of my friends build those decks because they don't have the money to. I don't I don't like going with how other people build their decks. With some of them I found a few interesting builds, but like Sylvans, I love this deck. I really do. I don't build them like other people because I feel that more of the monsters should get love than just they should see more play, because yes, Lotus Swain is a potential dead card in your hand, but you know what? There are cards that make up for that, and Skull Servants. I mean, no, they're not a super fast and not a super great deck, but you know what? I've loved them since they were first introduced. Prophecies, yes, I know it's a meta deck, but you know what? I guarantee you won't find a Prophecy deck built like mine. Well, actually, you might. I don't run any traps in mine, unlike other people. Batteries, one of my absolute most beloved decks. I've played them since they came out as well. Gods, well, there are god decks left and right. Evil Swarms, this right here. This right here is one of my two possible decks that would be considered tournament worthy. And I only know that because I went to a tournament with it, and placed with like 64th out of 300 and some odd people. I understand that when somebody goes on YouTube to try and look up a deck profile, they're attempting to look up something that will top tournaments or whatever. You know what? I don't net deck. Excuse me. I play the game for fun. If I build a deck that's as consistent as, like, my Evil Swarms, then yeah, if I get the money, I'll get together and go to a tournament and see how it does, and it did really well. But, I play the game for fun. Excuse me. Somebody had commented on my Gravekeeper deck that Visionary sucks. Excuse me. A monster who you can summon with Magician's Circle, since your entire deck is spellcasters, a monster who you could Magical Dimension, which is a quick play spell that you can pop to surprise your opponent, and he can protect himself, and he gets bigger for every Gravekeeper in your grave. You know what? This guy, as far as I'm concerned, is the actual boss monster of the Gravekeepers, not Descendant and Spy like everybody seems to be convinced of. I will agree with him that... Oh, what's her name? I can't remember her name at the moment. But there's the Gravekeeper who, that when she's destroyed by battle, special summons a Gravekeeper face down. I will agree, she's not the best. But you know what? She's good enough to be in my deck, as far as I'm concerned. She can get you your Spy from your deck. Yes, there are ways around her, but you know what? There are ways around every card in the game. Except possibly Dragon Rulers, but we're not going to go there, because Dragon Rulers didn't need to happen. But just a friendly word of advice. If you're looking for decks that are only in the meta, don't come to my page, because where my decks are not all my decks are tournament worthy. My Sylvans, I guarantee, would be tournament worthy. I guarantee it, even though they're a bunch more monster heavy than everybody else plays them. But like I said, if you're wanting a tournament deck, don't come to me. If you want an idea as to how I like playing the deck, by all means, I'll put my 2 cents into how a deck is supposed to be played. Well, at least as to how I play it, and you can make your decision from there. But you know what? I'm not gonna play like everybody else. I'm one of those weird people who does believe in the heart of the cards. My friend has a heroic deck, that won't work for anyone besides himself, and no, he doesn't cheat when he uses it. Trust me, I keep a close eye on him, because I've seen him cheat with a couple of his other decks. But no, he doesn't cheat with this deck, I make sure of it. And I do fully believe that some decks have a personality, my Skull Servants being one of them. Just understand, I'm my own kind of player. I don't have access to a whole bunch of money. I don't have access to going to tournaments on a regular basis. I don't have locals to test against other people. There aren't even that many Yu-Gi-Oh! Players near where I live. So, you know, just, if you want to talk down on my build of the deck, you don't have to sit there and say half of my build sucks, because seriously, it's just uncalled for, and as far as I'm concerned, it's just unnecessary. In general, that might have been that was a fairly redundant statement, but you get my point. Anyway, I'm off. If you feel like it, subscribe, go ahead. I'll keep posting deck profiles, and I'll keep saying my 2 cents on what I think of cards and whatnot. Anyway, yeah, just so you know, this video is not meant to be hostile in any way, shape, or form. I've lived my life with people making fun of me, so whatever. Also, for those of you who might possibly see this video, you should check out MegacapitalG, Cyberknight, I'm sorry, I don't know what the rest of his name is, and then AznEyesWhiteDragon. I watch their videos. MegacapitalG is awesome. So is AznEyes and Cyberknight and Lithium. I can't remember what the numbers in his name are, but they're awesome. They're just really great. Capital G has been. He was the first YouTuber that I started watching. Then I started following up on Cyberknight. He does more card updates, like keeps you up to date as to what cards are coming out. MegacapitalG is really good at predicting what cards are going to be getting reprints. And AznEyesWhiteDragon just has a really funny play style. I like how he does his decks and how he plays. He's just a really playful duelist overall, from what I've seen in his videos. So yeah, you guys should go check them out. I'll post links to their profiles in the comments below. So yeah, anyway. Yeah. Anyway, thanks. Subscribe. Later.